light shone in one Sunday morning. I grew up without a warning. Misty hills and dark red mountains traumatized world. Lonely boat on cold still water, locked in tower, only daughter, lock the doors that want to open, a pool of tears run down.
Okay, it's time for another one of my Royal Enfield stories. I moved to Australia as a migrant from India, almost about 24 years ago now. And back then, I was young and naive as I arrived in Melbourne on a sunny September morning with a suitcase full of bright, big dreams. I didn't know much about Melbourne. I didn't know too many people in Melbourne, but somehow those dreams, they just edged me on to take this leap of faith and just come here for good. Now let me tell you something which will not be a surprise to a lot of people. Being a migrant is hard work. It's a lot of odd jobs at odd hours to earn a wage that seldom matches that effort. Being a migrant is a lot of uncertainty rolled up into a hustle to chip away at dreams and ambitions that often seem far-fetched. Being a migrant is a lot of baby steps. It's a lot of rejection and a lot of getting up, dusting off the disappointments and giving it your all one more time, after one more time, after one more time. But then if you keep at it long enough, the migrant puzzle, it does begin to unravel. Small wins, they snowball into slightly bigger achievements that in turn open up new doors and new opportunities. And that's all you need, that's all you want as a migrant. New opportunities, just tiny little opportunities. You run into a lot of good people and mentors who stand by you, who back you up. They sponsor you. They stand up for you as well. So you start putting your hand up for bigger things, and bigger things do begin to happen to you. As a migrant, I reckon your biggest virtue is patience. Patience to outlast the setbacks. Patience to wait for your dreams to take shape and come true. And as a migrant, you well and truly earn your dreams. Every single one of them. So let me bring it back to motorcycles now. My Royal Enfield Hunter is one such young dream that I had packed in my suitcase all of those years ago when I migrated to Australia. And it has taken me a quarter of a century to ride this dream, but boy, am I loving it. And has it been worth the hustle and the wait. And my Rebel Blue Royal Enfield Hunter, it's like a slice of the blue sky that will forever be mine from here on. And let me tell you, you also carry a little fear in you as a migrant that never leaves you. It's the fear of running into someone while walking down a street who may tell you to go back to where you came from. And I have recently figured out that in a funny way, when I'm riding my Royal Enfield, it does take me back to where I came from. It takes me back to a childhood and a youth where people rode Royal Enfields for fun. It takes me back to carefree days where I never stood out because of the color of my skin. It takes me back to days where I did not carry the migrant badge stitched on the back of my motorbike jacket. It takes me back to where I grew up, to India. So the next time someone on the street reminds me to go back to where I come from, Well, I'm just gonna smile back at them and say, touche.